Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, Humpday Hipshoot, where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. Here on the Humpday Hipshoot, what we like to do is just talk about regular ass news and put it with a gunline twist, the way that it's supposed to be done. Cheers, my brother. He's got the whiskey. I got the cigar. I had some good topics to talk about, but let's start off with first things first. Welcome, Lee Hunt, to the podcast. How you doing, brother?
I'm great. And once again, man, I am so happy that I hold the title of being like your most reoccurring guest. Yes. I know this is going to be mad or whatever, but yo, fuck y'all.
Hey, man, you are the most you know what? You're just pretty much part of the podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother.
So, with that being said, I'm smoking this cigar because it's Freedom Day in Texas. Today is Texas Independence Day, right?
Yeah. Hey, happy Bluebell and Whataburger Day.
Mm-hmm. And also, happy no more motherfucking mask day. Holy shit. If it's something that Governor Abbott did right.
We're going to get right into it, I see.
Oh, yes. God bless Texas. God bless Bluebell. God bless Whataburger. And don't forget Dairy Queen, because what I love about Texas. But God damn it, God bless giving us the freedom to decide if we're adult enough to gather in places or to, wear a mask.
Okay. Look. Hey, great. Hey, man, listen, a hard head make a soft ass. Plain and simple. Like, bitch, you just had to beg Biden for help when the snow flurries happened. Now you want to talk about, so this is twofold. Now you want to talk about like, all right, Texas, we're going to be Texas proud again. We're going to act like 2 weeks ago never happened. We're going to go ahead and this mandatory mask mandate is rescinded. Good for you. Now, for those that don't have me on their Facebook, I'm gonna give you a brief scenario to what I said about this shit. A lot of people that were in the military, especially the Army, they can attest to this shit. We were told that, like, hey, that private, the lowest ranking fucking private, that fucking private, I'm not gonna say the McCabe, but that fucking private with fucking
shots fired.
Like, yo, hey.
You could have gone with the Freeman, but you went with the McCabe.
Yeah, the free bots and the McCabens. Like, I gotta say, they would be the fucking guinea pigs. So if we had a chemical attack, and it would be like, hey, mask off, you the first one. Listen, when I was a private in OIF1, the plan was for me to literally be that fucking private. So it is what it is, because you always need that one fucking test dummy to see if it's all clear. A lot of people, y'all are happy. A lot of Texans are happy that they can go out and not wear masks anymore. Y'all be that test dummy. Michael Hunt is still gonna fucking wear his mask. Mask fucking on. Mask on.
It's all clear. Beneficial thing of being an adult. If you don't feel comfortable without wearing a mask, put 2-3 motherfuckers on. You know,
hey, you're right.
Yeah. His motherfucker had to go there. So for y'all watching us on YouTube that haven't disconnected because he has his Black Lives Matter fucking mask on.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, you know what it is. All 2021.
Human lives matter. But no. But on the real side, fucking honestly, I think this shit should have been done a long time ago. It should have been done. You know why? Because let nature take its course. All right. We've talked about this. We beat this dead horse all last year. Who's the motherfuckers that are dying from the COVID? All right. It's the motherfucking old and the weak. And you know what? I'm sorry if it's offensive. I'm sorry if you had family members that died from it. You know, there were probably underlying conditions there. It's like when a motherfucker has AIDS. Do they necessarily die of AIDS?
Yes. Well, AIDS is the underlying. AIDS is the catalyst. Semicolon, ever comma. More than likely, because of the weakened immune system, pneumonia is the cause of death.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at. So, if it's
But you can,
bro, it's gonna take you out. Look what's going on with Mother Nature, bro. Mother Nature is trying to thin out the herd. All right.
mm-hmm. So climate change. You believe in it?
Exactly. Well, climate has changed all throughout history of the world. There was this thing called the Ice Age at one time, wasn't there?
Fake news.
So the point being, though, that Mother Nature is throwing out these fucking remedies to get rid of all the parasites that are on the world. I'm not trying to call us parasites, but we're germs to the earth, because all we do is hurt it. So this bitch said, hey, you know what? I got too many of these motherfuckers. I got 7 billion of them. So I'm gonna thin out the herd a little bit. And what happens? We decide to make some motherfucking medications for it, right? So the bitch says, okay, you want to play that game? I'll throw different variants at you. But
yeah,
fucking find Pfizer and fucking Johnson & Johnson want to go ahead and fight that. So what that bitch say? Okay, you want to play that game? Guess what, Texas? You ain't never seen this before. You might have seen snow one day, but you ain't never seen it twice in 1 week.
Yeah. Like, here's the deal. Should it be 100% open up? Yes. Now, this is the thing that I hate. People like me that's still going to wear my mask, we're going to face criticism. Like, I can take the criticism. I personally don't give a fuck because my hands are like COVID. You can catch it if you want to. I haven't calibrated them. I have not had to F-cat these hands in a long time, but I'll do it if I need to. You know what I'm saying?
You got to go do an F-cat on them bad boys.
F-cat these hands, like, fuck it. 2 tears in the bucket.
You know what? Motherfuckers can't face some criticism. So the fuck what? Sucks to be you. I get criticized all the motherfucking time. Ooh, he's smoking. Ew, bitch, mind your goddamn business.
Yeah.
You know what? My grandma lived to be 95 years old. You know how she did that? By minding her own fucking business. So,
yeah.
that's the way I see it, brother. You know, I think it's great. I think, honestly, this is something that should have been done a long time ago. Open up the fucking world. For those that don't want to get out, you can still keep your happy ass in your house. You want to be your handle it.
You know what? The world should have been open. Here's the deal. And this is where people are going to be like, how can you call yourself a liberal or whatever? The world should have been open, semicolon, however, comma. There should have been that mask mandate. Now, with that being said, this is what a lot of Texans need to realize, especially those that are in Texas. There's a lot of military bases, not just Army bases. There's a couple of Air Force bases here in Texas too.
They don't count.
No. Hear me out. Once you get on those bases, you no longer follow Texas law.
Oh, yeah, it's federal.
Yeah, exactly. And the federal government said that you will wear a mask inside of any building on federal property. So, I don't know, man. It's just crazy, man. It is what it is.
It is. I mean, honestly, again, this should have been something that was done already a long time ago. Look, if you don't feel safe, wear a fucking mask. You want to be like a little Chinese people out there, wear a mask all the time? Handle it. Who gives a fuck? I don't care, but I'm happy that I don't have to walk around with a fucking mask. You know what pisses me off, Hunt? You know what really pisses me off?
Forgetting your mask.
No. Oh, God, that pisses me off. God damn, man. Anyways, no, I'll tell you what pisses me off. They're pushing these fucking vaccines, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're pushing these fucking vaccines, but then you still have to wear a fucking mask. Why?
Well, you got to think about it. Just because you get vaccine from vaccinated from the regular flu doesn't mean that you're not gonna catch it.
Okay. You know when the last time I had a flu shot?
Probably since you were in.
Over 6 years ago. You know how many times I've had the flu? You know how many times I've had the flu since?
Probably.
Not once.
Me coming up on my 2-year anniversary, and I haven't had a flu shot in about 2.5 years, and still haven't caught the flu. Like, am I gonna take the vaccine? Fuck no. Am I gonna wear my mask? Fuck yeah. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not gonna.
And if you come around me wearing that mask, I'm gonna call you a baby back bitch, baby back.
I'll be baby. Hey, listen. I'll say,
And you know what?
baby back.
And then when you're burying my ass, you can start dancing on my grave. Who's the baby back bitch now?
Hey, Mr. Baby Back Bitch all day, every day, baby.
In all seriousness, though, it's something that it should be left. It shouldn't be the government mandating you what the fuck to do about your own fucking health. If you feel you need to wear a goddamn mask, then mask up. If you know that you're in the fucking group that's more susceptible to it, then by all means, do what you got to do. But me, I'm young, relatively, healthy, relatively. So, I mean, if I catch the Rona, why do we focus on how many people have died versus how many people have caught it and survived?
Yeah, we do need to do that. I think we also need to look at. Listen, I'm a firm believer in what the Bible says. There's nothing new under the sun. I'm paraphrasing. If there's a disease, there's a cure. There's something. I believe that if you said that you found a cure for pain with opioids, why can't you? And that's a plant, right? It comes from poppies, right? Mm-hmm. So why is it that you can't find a cure for other diseases from other plants? Well, like, it's out there.
I'll tell you what.
Big Pharma.
Huh?
Big Pharma.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you also what my girl said, Tulsi Gabbard, because we don't we don't have a healthcare system.
No, we don't. Never heard of him though.
Yeah. He should have been the president.
Yeah, he sounds.
And what we have here is, God damn it, I said it last week on the Humpday Hipshoot. It's not a healthcare; it's a health treatment system that we have here. Mm-hmm. Anybody that knows anything knows that the money is not in the cure; the money is in the treatment.
No, because like if they came out with a cure for AIDS, you know how many people would still be raw dogging right now?
Just how many people are still raw dogging right now? So, I mean, they done told you AIDS is gonna kill motherfuckers, and what do people do? I'm gonna roll the
what if Fontaine used to say, "Born by the pussy, die by the pussy."
Hey, you reap what you sow, baby. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, gotta roll them dice, baby. Fuck it, right or wrong, let's go.
Until it's an 18-year commitment with somebody you didn't want.
Yeah, next subject.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much where I think.
You mean 9? You mean 8?
I think that that fucking Abbott did the right thing. A lot of people are saying that it's a political move.
It is.
How is that a political move?
God, man, they just all. I don't want to get too deep into it, man, but they just, because like if I get deep into this shit, I'm gonna get deep into it. Like,
Negro, we on the motherfucking gun line. We talk whatever is on our mind. So let it happen.
Here's the deal. A lot of these motherfuckers, a lot of these Republicans claim to be Christians, and they claim to uphold Christian values. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care who I offend, but you're full of shit. You cannot claim to uphold Christian values and to still believe in Christ or the Bible if you still agree with how the fuck the Republican Party is going. They had a fucking fake ass golden image of Trump. What the fuck did Moses say when he came down from receiving the 10 commandments from God, and he seen that Aaron had made a molten calf for the people, for the children of Israel? He told them, for this, you will drink bitter water. When God said you will make no graven images, you will have no God before me. And they did it. With that golden image of Trump, they just did that shit.
Right.
So for this, the American Christians are going to have to drink bitter water. Anything that happens in the suffering of America is going to be because of this shit.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Because if you want to go that route, we want to go there. Let's get deep then. Then we can go ahead and say that the fucking liberals, that the motherfucking Democrats are the reason that America is in the state that it is, because they decided to take God out of fucking school. because they decided to take God out of fucking everything. You can't even say under God because somebody might get offended. And that's from the left. So if you want to go there, they took God out of the country. So let's go there. I'll play your game.
Wasn't built on what this country was built on religious freedom, not just the Judeo-Christian God. Okay. So if I'm gonna play, if I'm gonna pay homage to one God, then I have to do it to all other gods.
Now, hold on. Is God a name or is God a title?
I don't say God is a title, because like God, if you think about it, we can go back. Right now, the trend is that God's name is Yahshua. That is his name. The Muslims, as far as I'm tracking, don't call God Yahshua.
They don't call him by any name. There's too many names for him.
Exactly.
Okay, so
but that specific one. So, like, am I going to say in Buddha we trust?
What does Allah mean?
It means God, but does Buddha mean? Buddha is Buddha.
Huh? Buddha is
a religion. People worship Buddha
after a person whose name was Buddha. All right, we worship in Christianity. We believe that Jesus, well, and however you interpreted it, like me, I believe Jesus is the Son of God. All right, in my religion, in the way I interpret it, I don't consider myself religious, too much of a category, but God is a title. All right, like it's the same God of fucking Moses,
Abraham, Isaac,
exactly. So, Jacob. In theory, it's the same God for all the religions. We just have a different way of interpreting how we worship or what tenets we want to follow. Now, but what I'm saying is, God, when I refer to God, I don't refer to the Christian God. It's kind of like, as a traveling man, your higher power.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Semicolon, but you still, do a lot of things on the Christian Bible.
Out of it. I mean, hello. Yeah. Well, not really, because I mean, it's from the Old Testament, Book of Ruth.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We're getting into some things that we should.
Yeah, we got to get off that subject because a lot of people don't.
And for those that don't understand, that is because it's above your level and below your feet. Anyways, so with that said, I mean, that could be a whole different topic on another different day. Religion. I think religion, as the way it's presented, is a fucking joke. We could go to. Do you want to talk about idol worshiping? We could easily bring the Catholics into that. Catholics, don't get pissed at me.
What? No. We definitely gonna do that one on another day because I got a lot to say about that particular sect. So yeah, on another day, I'm about to piss all your Catholic friends off.
I'll just end it with this on the Catholic end.
Trash.
What did he say? I am a jealous God. You do not have any idols before me, but yet what do they do with the Virgin Mary?
Exactly. So, you pray to the Virgin Mary. You pray to Hail Mary, full of grace. Like, why? You said Mary, like I said, I'm gonna piss a lot of you Catholics off on another day.
We will go ahead and get into that one. Y'all let us know what y'all think, and
you fucking foul, helping, covering up motherfuckers. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, that is one, bro. We will definitely. And for my Catholic listeners out there, y'all want to hit a dislike on there, go ahead and put a dislike. Go ahead and write your comments in there. It helps my algorithm. All right. So I just need this shit to go out more. All right. I'm not trying to become rich off of this because I don't get paid for this, and I don't care to get paid for this. I just want to entertain y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry. Make sure I plug it again on my TikTok, brother.
Word. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get off these two topics we just discussed. If you're still listening to us, and if you just caught the fucking podcast right now, well, I don't know, you've been listening to, you had to. But so we just finished discussing fucking the COVID-19 and the masking and a little bit of religion there. There's one thing I want to talk about. It has to do with a little bit of military, a little bit of Trump. Mm-hmm. Now, somebody had posted onto the Gunline Facebook a link or regarding generals being held from promotion or nomination to generals because they were female and they were the system or the powers that be didn't want Trump's reaction. Now, here's my thing about that. I get that the commander-in-chief is the president of the United States. That title is used way too fucking much on people that have never served a day in the motherfucking military. Like any president that has never served one day in the military shouldn't be called a commander-in-chief. That title should be handed down to whoever is in the chain of succession that has served in the military. That's just my opinion. But because honestly, they don't know anything about the fucking military. They need to go off recommendations. So I just want to know what the big deal was because they're female and because they're what are you gonna deny them?
Yeah, Trump is a misogynist pig anyway. But like as far as the other thing goes, that's why even if you didn't serve in the military, you should surround yourself around decent advisors. Now, when it comes to like who's going to be the Joint Chief of Staff, personally, I'd rather an Army person, an Army general, always be the Chief of Staff. Willing to accept a Marine. Air Force, no. Y'all are the business side of the house. Coast Guard, you're the redheaded stepchild that no one fucking cares about. Space Force, yeah, yo, what the fuck? Who invited you to the party? Marines, yeah, Marines, yeah, I can see y'all too being the Joint Chief of Staff, semicolon, however, comma, I'd rather be a fucking Army dude who was in Special Forces or fucking regular conventional 18 series or who was Delta.
Somebody that knows what the fuck is at stake.
Matter of fact, this is what I would rather an enlisted person with common sense have the president's ear. Because a lot of these, I know I'm pissed off officers, and even though I've met great officers, I've had the privilege to train great lieutenants who became great, captains.
Right.
A lot of them, they have that God complex, and they're still not humble.
Right. And that's when they get to the line, and then they get that first smoke, and then smoke's all up in their ass. Like, hey, you need to listen.
No, they get that fucking Sergeant Hunt that's like, yo, fuck you. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, but his last name is the town. His last name is a town in Germany of a great battle in World War II. Well, I should say it was a wall in Germany that separated East and West. You know what I'm saying?
Down anymore. So cheers to you, Mr. Burley.
But you know what I'm saying? On my last deployment, I remember going to NTC and like what we kind of hit on some shit like when we have a feeling and we talk about shit. So this was like I've already been on 3 deployments. So my platoon sergeant was Griff at that time.
Okay. Happy birthday, Griff, by the way.
Yep. So we're doing this thing where like half the platoon will go out on a mission. This was all in JRTC. So half of us will go on a mission. I was with Griff, me and a couple other people. We were Griff. We did our mission. We came back successful. The LT and the other half of the platoon went out and they did their thing. On the way coming back in, they start getting attacked from the wood lines. Now we could see them getting attacked from the wood lines from where we were at on the fob, because it was literally like we were right here in the little casa or whatever. It was a road where they were at, and then the wood lines.
Okay.
So we could communicate with each other. So we had another guy, Pascal. He was a staff sergeant. They were doing their own mission. Now they came up, they realized that the LT in his part of the platoon, they were taking contact. So he pulled up all 4 vehicles, right? Ducks in a row. For whatever reason, Lieutenant in a JRTC scenario is still trying to fight these people in the woods. And I'm like, yo, get behind the fucking trucks. What are you doing? They got crew serves. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, Sergeant Hunt, I don't need your help. I got this. And I'm like, you know what? I've been on 3 deployments. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're right. You got it.
Basically, it was a metal chaser.
Well, yeah, because he had a high-speed Ranger tab. Yeah. And first of all, so I was a bullock instructor. So I know the politics of that shit when the lieutenants, they go to bullock They do their little PT shit. They sign up to do it with the Rangers, and they go do that shit. I know the politics behind that shit. I know the whole politics behind that shit. And it's like, you have a tab. You're not a fucking, at that point in time, you were not a Ranger. He's a Ranger now because he actually qualified to be a Ranger. Well, he actually did the Ranger training and he was an FO for a Ranger battalion. So there's a difference.
I want to jump in real quick if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree that just because you're Ranger tabbed, I'm now full disclosure, I'm a 13 banger.
Ranger qualified. Well, Ranger.
Big fucking difference between somebody who's Ranger tabbed and Ranger fucking battalion.
Ranger, like actually in a Ranger battalion. There is a difference. Anybody can be, you can be a cook and have your Ranger tab, went through Ranger school, but you're not qualified to be a Ranger until you do whatever they do and they get put into a Ranger battalion.
So you can be tabbed. You could even be Ranger scrolled. All right.
Yeah.
But no. Hold on. You can be Ranger scrolled and not be a Ranger just because you were Bueller in a fucking Ranger battalion. All right. There was this fucking asshole E4. I remember in Carson. This motherfucker thought he was like the high speed shit because he had a Ranger scroll. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you got a Ranger scroll, but not a tab. So I don't want to. And then I find out this motherfucker was a fueler. Oh shit. Yes.
I hate that shit with a passion.
Brother. It's like those motherfuckers that
participation trophy.
Exactly. Oh, I was attached to the SF. Okay, but were you SF?
No, hate that shit with a passion. Like, I don't give a fuck if you were attached to them. In our deployment that we did in 05, 06, we were attached to special forces people. A lot of people had to go there and like, yo, you better not put that shit on. No. Dude, I got into trouble with the fucking he was supply. He was the battalion EO rep.
Mm-hmm.
I was the battery EO rep. I told this we were getting into it, and I was like, yo, man, suck my dick, man. Fuck you. He literally put an EO complaint against me because I was like, yo, suck my dick. And I'm like, yo, you mean to tell me you Mr. High Speed fucking Ranger? He's not a Ranger. He just had the tab because he deployed with them. And I was like,
you can't have the tab unless you've gone through Ranger school, though.
He had a scroll. He had the scroll as a deployment patch, right? And I'm like, bitch, you have a fucking whole Ranger scroll on. You can't mean to tell me a Ranger, a legit Ranger, and he said some shit worse than what I fucking told you. Just because you were bugging me about some shit, and I'm like, yo, man, suck my dick. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Rangers are certified fucking killers, bro.
Yeah, they are special forces. Rangers are special forces. They're in JSOC. They are special fucking forces.
When I was in fucking Fort Stewart and I went to BNOC Phase 1, I was with a couple of cats from SOAR out of Hunter. You know, the Special Operations Air, whatever. Fucking those fuckers. And high speed motherfucker. There's one dude, Dalkey. I remember him. They actually named a camp after him out in Afghanistan because he got killed out there. High speed ass dude, man. And fucking those guys were motivating as fuck, knowledgeable as fuck. But I would not cross their motherfucking path, Chief. Yeah, you're on mute, by the way. But I would not cross them because you're taking a piss. I would not cross them because they are certified fucking killers, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they are a Ranger tabbed motherfucker who has a Ranger scroll from a Ranger battalion, they deployed. Oh, he's got a kill count, Chief. Believe that. He's got a kill count. And I ain't talking about Fast Freddy on the motherfucking range. All right. That motherfucker, he done took out a couple of Urkadurkas. So, but anyways, I don't even know how we got towards that conversation. But it goes back to the commander-in-chief, back to the generals being appointed. Let's circle back like Saki says. By the way, that bitch is ugly. You know.
Who the fuck is Saki?
Exactly. But I bet you remember what the name of the motherfucking who was the bitch that talked for Trump?
Who, Kellyanne Conway?
No, not Skeletor.
Oh, the press secretary.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name. I just wanted to punch her in the face.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind punching her in the face while I'm beating them guts. But this new one, dude, what is up with that thing?
Okay.
What, bro? Hold on. Have you seen the thing that they try to fucking put in there as some kind of a fucking in the cabinet?
No.
It's like a fucking, it's a shim, bro. It's a nasty. I can't take our country serious, bro. I can't take, because he's just filling up seats. He's filling up seats to pander and cater for people. That's all he's doing. He ain't
okay. Everybody does it. On a level, everybody does it. Trump was pandering to his base too. Like Biden is pandering to his base too.
Okay, but if you're gonna pander to your, ew. Ew. And you know what? We'll leave that aside because thinking about it makes me want to. And anyways, but back to the generals and him, whatever. I don't understand what the big deal is, because you know what? He would have got shit if the fucking person is qualified for the goddamn position and they don't get it for their star. Then yeah, that's a fucking issue. And secondly, I don't believe that he should be in that role anyway, because all he could do is go off for recommendations. Dude, I saw this fucking article. I had to share it for Black History Month, which again, I don't even believe it. It should be all History Month. But fucking speaking of which, is it African American History Month?
Man, don't get me started on that shit, because like I'm
all right. I won't pull that lane. I won't pull that string. But
like that is the one thing that will literally piss me off quick as fuck when somebody try to call me an African American. I'm not hating on people that were born in Africa and came to America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hating on y'all, and I'm not trying to disrespect y'all, but you're not going to call me a fucking African American. I was born in Odessa, Texas.
I'm a motherfucking Texan.
Yeah. You going to call me a Texan, or you going to call me an American? I don't call you fucking English American, Greek American, fucking
Euro American.
No fucking bullshit like that. Don't fucking subjugate me to be a fucking African American.
Right? You're a fucking American. To me, when they put blank American in there, it's making it seem like you're less American than being fucking American. You know what I mean? That's why I hate that shit. That's something with that Latinx bullshit. I don't know how the fuck that got started by what idiots, but no, real fucking mestizos, which is what we are. We don't fucking call ourselves that shit. So get your heads out your motherfucking asses. But anyways, back to it. Sorry, going off on a rant.
Mm-hmm.
Still listening to the podcast. I appreciate y'all. But where was I?
We were wrapping up with the generals and all that stuff.
So, you know, if he hasn't been in a position in the military at any time, he shouldn't fucking, all he should do is just fucking stamp it, rubber stamp the shit. All right, my general said this. Okay, cool. And Trump did that. He was doing fine with that. He was getting himself around the right people that could have led him correctly. However, because you always fucking kill me with that stupid semicolon bullshit. But what Trump fucked up on, he started encircling himself with the right people, but he wouldn't listen to them. What the fuck is the point of fucking encircling yourself with people who you're supposed to get advice from if you're finally gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way? Then what the fuck, dude? What am I there for? That's why Mattis said, a la verga, puto, I'm gone.
Yeah, man. The book, god damn it. I think I still might have it on digits. If I do, I'm gonna send it to you. Because I switched phones. But The Room Where It Happened, that is a good fucking book. John Boehner, I think is his name. Good fucking book. That is a good book to read. I'm gonna plug the book for him. Keep in mind, this man is a hawk. He's a conservative hawk, especially when it comes to North Korea. But that is a good book to read.
Speaking of hawks, I hear the fucking war drums are beating again. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, bomb in Syria?
Boom, boom, boom. Wait. You know, we can't bomb a motherfucking general out there in fucking Baghdad without getting any hate. You know, God forbid when Trump did that shit. But Biden, he can get a pass.
No, you know what? I actually agreed with Trump when he did that shit. When he took out Soleimani.
I can probably look up the motherfucking midweek memo of that time frame, and I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna see what your stance was on that, because I'm sure you were against salami baloney getting destroyed.
I agree with what he did, and I will attribute to this. If I said I didn't agree with it at the time, looking back, man, like I'm pretty sure I said I agree with it because of the bullshit that he did with him introducing the EFPs and how much life it took for no reason. So I'm pretty sure I said I agree with it. Did I say there would be consequences? Yeah, I thought there were going to be consequences, but I agree with Trump taking out Soleimani. I mean, it was a strategic target. It was planned. There was no collateral damage. It was a hit that needed to be taken out, just like the hit on Osama bin Laden needed to be done.
Exactly. But no credit was given where credit was due.
I think it was not with a lot of liberals, but with one liberal, me, I do think that he did the right thing by taking out Soleimani. He was a threat to American lives, and it needed to have happened.
You know, what's done in the past is done in the past. I think a lot of people need to stop looking with those blinders of party lines. And look, I'm not gonna say that Trump was the fucking greatest president ever because he wasn't.
Not by far. He was
making shit get done.
Who was Lincoln's successor? Like, okay, his name is on the tip of my tongue.
Wasn't it?
He was worse than him, and he was a first president to get impeached, and his name is on the tip of my tongue. Who the fuck is it?
It was not Grant then.
No.
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know my history that well.
It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me later tonight before I go to sleep, and I'm gonna be like, God damn it. No, I probably should get my fucking burner phone and fucking look it up, but I
it ain't that important. We're on the gun line where we don't research shit. These are uninformed opinions, and if y'all don't like it, 2 tears in a bucket.
You shouldn't have tuned in. Fuck you.
Dude, it's funny. Well, with all that, I don't even know how we got there, but that was my point about the generals. I think it's stupid. If you're going to delay somebody's promotion because of who's in the White House, then you need to do some self-reflection about yourself, some self-reflecting, because I think that person, who approves the promotions? Is it Congress, or who approves these promotions?
Well, when it comes to the officers, it's supposed to be the president, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have any officer friends on here, they should be the ones that should hopefully y'all, if you are one of the officers that listen to this, drop a comment, let us know, clarify this shit, who actually goes ahead and rubber stamps y'all's promotion.
That would be great. I mean, I get it that they're commissioned by the president of the United States, but who in actuality does the promoting, you know what I mean, to the field grades and shit like that? Let us know. If you're an officer and you listen to us, thank you very much, because y'all know that I have
they don't do shit fucking way. They ain't got nothing but time on their hands.
So, hey, honestly, send us off some info on how that works. We don't do research because I'm not a researching motherfucker. But with that said, bro,
get the job done, baby. Just tell me what I need to do, get it done.
Now, let me tell you something, man. Like, I mean, if they can do the fucking job, give them the goddamn promotion. And that leads me to this next fucking topic here. I was reading that they're going to redo the ACFT. For those that aren't aware, the ACFT is what replaced the APFT, which was the Army Physical Fitness Test, and now it's the Army Combat Fitness Test. But now I think they're going to be like a version 3.0 because apparently the females couldn't pass or there was too much of a fucking there was too much of a high number metric of females failing the test. So now they got to change it again so that it can be fair. And here's what pisses me off about that. All right. And for the female that was talking shit to me about being fat and shouldn't be talking shit about doing planks or whatnot or doing the leg tuck, honey, I can do it even at my fat ass weight. I guarantee you I could at least do one. All right.
You talking about my friend?
I don't know if she know who she is if she's listening. And you know what? Honestly, hey, it's all gravy, baby. I was never a PT stud, but I did pass my PT test. So that's all I'll say. I didn't have to get fucking cheated on. I didn't get pencil whipped, and I did a correct fucking push-up. And
listen, hey, I have no problem admitting this shit, man. Listen, Falconer. I remember one time in particular when he just got pen sergeant. I was looked at him when it came to the push-ups. I was like, yo, you might as well start counting by like fives, man. Because it I hate, you know who fucked me up on my push-ups? Shavari.
Man, he does not have a lot of love on this gun line.
No. He did this shit when he was a drill sergeant.
Oh, shit. Wait, you had him as a drill?
No. You know how the drills would bring other motherfuckers in?
Yeah.
He was one of the motherfuckers that they brought in. I'm push-ups. And I'm just like, okay. One. And I'm talking about like straight just, and it fucked me up. Come to find out, he told me one time, he was like, we would fail people on purpose when we seen them and we thought they were doing too good of a job. If they were doing too good push-ups, we would fail them. He said, if they were doing too good of sit-ups, we would fail them. He's like, the only thing we couldn't fuck up was their run. But he's like, if we seen them doing push-ups and just not having no problems with it, we would fuck them up. We would stop them, have them go to the inner line and fail them on purpose to break them the fuck down. That shit, like, I failed my first 2 PT tests in basic. Like, you know that one that you got to pass before you get out of reception?
Right.
Passed that with no problem. Got the basic, failed my first 2 because of my push-ups. And I'm like, what the fuck? And that shit always stuck with me, man. Just like the push-ups. Like, I hate push-ups, even to this day. You know, I still go to the gym, right?
Right.
So I built up my upper body strength, but that mental block is still there, man. I hate fucking doing push-ups.
I tell you what, here's my thing. All right. Rather than worry about the metrics of what gender can't fucking meet the standard, if they can't meet it, they can't fucking meet it, you know. But for the ones that are going out there and doing what's needed to be done in order to pass that fucking standard, the all-around standard, don't call it the male standard, don't call it the female standard, call it the motherfucking army standard. Then that's what it should be. Because look, if you're in a soft skill MOS, I get it. You know, go do some finger push-ups, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. You know, learn to call a 9-line. That's what you need to learn how to do. But for the motherfuckers that are out there humping, all right, you better be somebody that can carry the weight of another motherfucking soldier. At least drag the motherfucker out of fucking contact. All right. And I get it. Again, I'm gonna fucking say it here. Look, male or fucking female, we all knew a lot of fucking males that shouldn't have been in the fucking artillery because they can't hump a fucking round. You know what I'm saying? If you can't combat load a motherfucking gun by yourself within a certain amount of time, bye.
Yeah. You know what? I think that is more of a mindset. And I know that sounds fucked up, but it's more of a mindset. Like, once again, man, like, I'm barely 150 pounds now. So we're going to take a couple of years ago before I really started working out. My last rotation at NTC. So you know how it's a lot of sand over there too, right? And right? My little ass as a chief didn't have to hump any rounds, didn't have to hump no powder. I'm literally humping powder and rounds, running with that shit. And I'm like, to try to fill up the gun and the cap with my whole crew. Because my first sergeant was like, hey, I just bet these other first sergeants that y'all can't get this done in XYZ time. So I'm like, no, fuck that. Yo, fuck them other batteries. First sergeant, like, we gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this shit dying. And I'm like, why am I doing this shit? Like, I probably should be making sure that everything is fucking going G to G. You know what I'm saying? That's probably my role right now. But
your role as a staff sergeant, when you're a section chief, yes, it's okay to get your hands dirty in there. If you're just standing there with your hands in your pocket, then you're fucking wrong as two boys fucking. You need to be making sure, first of all, that you got the right lot. Make sure that you got the right fucking rounds, the right fuse count, all that. Now, when you're all done with that shit and you see your Joes are fucking struggling, hey, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go out there and help them hump some rounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm just because I'm a staff sergeant doesn't mean that I can't get my motherfucking hands dirty.
Oh, gotta get your hands dirty still.
But at the same time, I did do my time as a private. Yeah. So don't think up there
dirty. My hands are not gonna be as dirty as everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be dirty. They'll have dust on them, but they won't be dirty.
Right. You know? I mean, I'm not too good to fucking mop my square. You know, I'm a gunline, but I ain't doing the whole motherfucking motor pool either. You know?
Nah, hey, listen, I should have done. Like, I would take care of 1-4 if I have to. 1-4 will be squared away, but the rest of that shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right, dude. And again, it boils down to the civilian sector meddling into the military sector. The civilian sector should not be using the military as a social fucking experiment as to what can and what can't work.
No, we did it before. We did it, and it was a good thing. Like the Army did it first, and it helped integrate.
Okay, first of all, about blacks going into the fucking army, that's a completely fucking different topic than comparing.
But it didn't happen, but it happened. It was an experiment, and we were like, no, we need to let this shit happen. You know what movie that I want to star in, and I think that needs to be made? Harlem Hellfighters, because not too many people know about them.
That is one fucking movie that needs to be made. It does. The Harlem Hellfighters. I read this fucking article that what I was going back to with African American Month or Black History Month or whatever the fucking month y'all want to call it. I sent out this fucking I think you saw it too, about the black dude that fucking swam with his homeboys that were fucking all hurt from the ship all the way to the island carrying.
Yeah.
Why is there not a movie made about this man?
Why is there not a movie made about Roy Benavides?
Benavides. And yeah, I agree with you. Why?
Yeah.
And
why is there that motherfucker right there? That the shit he did, spitting in them motherfuckers' faces like, bitch, I ain't dead. Fuck you.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny. But here's the thing about it is because they're not known stories as they are now. And yeah, you could say that race probably had a lot to do with it back then, but now it's coming out into light. So that's why the movies aren't made. What I'm pissed off about that black dude, he didn't get a Medal of Honor for that shit. To me, that is way past fucking getting a medal. That dude,
I can't remember his name, but he was Sergeant First Class in Third ID during OIF1, who did the exact same thing as Audie Murphy did and still ain't even getting the motherfucking Medal of Honor.
They finally approved it. Trump approved it.
Was it approved or did it go up?
I'm sure it got approved.
As of now, he still has not got it.
Because you're talking about I know who you're talking about. He's the one that fucking went into the Bradley and pulled out all those while he was on fire. And
and still putting rounds down range on that 50 or that crew serve weapon.
No,
we're thinking about the same dude. I think I may have some facts.
You're thinking about the other Third ID. Look, Third ID is known for having the most Medal of Honor winners. Just so you know that's Third ID history right there. Rocket of Marne. Hell yeah. I was proud of being.
I would trade a bean to be a fancy pet Marine.
I'd rather be a dog-faced soldier like I am. I wouldn't trade my old ODs for all the armies, for all the Navy's dungarees. I'm the walking pride of Uncle Sam. On army posters that I read, it says, "Be all that you can." So they're tearing me down to build me over again. I'm just a dog-faced soldier with a rifle on my shoulder. I eat raw meat for breakfast every day. So keep ammunition, keep me in the 3rd Division. Your dog-faced soldiers, A-okay.
Trash.
Yeah, go have your rendezvous with Destiny somewhere else.
Yeah.
Bro.
We have a rendezvous with destiny. Our strength and courage strike the spark that will always make man free. Assault right down through the skies of blue. Keep your eye on the job till you're done. We're the soldiers of the 101st. We'll fight till the battle's won. Air assault!
Yeah, but you're not the 101st Air Assault. You're the 101st Airborne.
Semicolon air assault.
Let me ask you a question though. Is there any worse fucking song that you sung other than the 4th ID?
No, 4 ID. No, yes. That fucking first Calf song. God, I can't even remember that shit, but we had to sing that shit.
Oh, well.
It was the Gary Owen. That Gary Owen bullshit.
Oh, dude, fuck that. We used to make fun of the 7th Cav because they used to always say the 7th first out front, Gary Owen. So when I was in Korea, they used to say the 7th first out front, and we'd yell Gary Coleman.
Yeah. Meanwhile, y'all got slaughtered by the fucking Indians.
No shit, right? By the who?
The Indians. Indigenous, Native Americans, the Indians, the real Americans, who also happen to have black ancestry, but we're not going to go there.
Here we go with this bullshit. Everything got to be. If that was the truth, everybody have a big dick walking around. So,
I don't know.
so dude, damn, I don't even know where the fuck we went with that one. All I know is the Fourth ID song was the worst fucking song. We could never keep it up. All I remember was our soldiers roar for freedom. Oh.
Yeah. I can't remember that shit. Even if you paid me, if you had a gun in my head right now, I'd be like, fuck it, let me make my peace with God. I can't that shit.
That's funny. Oh, are those my books?
Something about America's Best. I don't remember that shit, man. The Natividad probably remember because he's still singing that shit now.
Are those my books? Hello, we got the Molly Pitchard of the Gunline here. Dude, I just watched. We're gonna skip topics here. I just watched a badass fucking Netflix fucking show.
What is it?
The Unabomber, in his own words. Have you seen it yet?
I have Netflix, but I don't even remember my Netflix pass login and shit. Like I have it. I'm just literally wasting money at this point every month.
Bro, I bought his fucking book, The Unabomber Manifesto. Hold up, there's more.
But wait, there's more. All right, my pillow.
Other book, Anti-Tech Revolution.
Tech Revolution, Why and How. Does that say Ted Kaczynski? Second edition, Theodore John Kaczynski. Theodore.
There's more. I got his.
Technology Slavery, Theodore Kaczynski. Okay, goddamn Kowalski.
Yeah, funny you should mention that. He's the one that told me to watch the fucking. And honestly, I was watching it. I was very intrigued by this guy, dude. This guy, you have to watch it. You know, he wasn't crazy, bro. He wasn't crazy. A lot of the shit that he was talking about back in the fucking 70s is happening now, bro. Yeah, about being slaves to technology and how technology is fucking taking over mankind bullshit, bro.
No one is crazy. No one is crazy. Crazy is a human construct. And we label people crazy because we are afraid to get outside of our social norms. So we label them crazy. And it's just a human construct. Like, well, that doesn't go against what norm is, what society is. So therefore it has to be crazy. Your idea has to be wrong because it's not what we were taught or enslaved to believe. Like, was he wrong for bombing all that shit? Yeah, but like his ideas that he had, like, hey, I haven't done the research on it or anything, but hey, hi, I'm to you, brother.
I tell you, brother, watch it if you get a chance tonight. Put that bitch on. At least watch the first couple of episodes, and it'll trip you out, man. Because Kaczynski, aside from being considered a fucking domestic terrorist, the man had a pretty fucking good head on his shoulders. The motherfucker went to Harvard. He was a fucking PhD in mathematics. And the motherfucker said, I want to live out in the woods. Leave me the fuck alone. And go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, a lot of, like, man, it's kind of doubling back to what I said. Like, when we have ideas that go outside of social norms, we are said is crazy, or like, that doesn't make sense. People laugh at us. Like, for instance, when you think of samurai, who do you think of?
Japanese.
You know, the first samurai was a black man.
Motherfucker, I know. Look, man.
No, like, I can't make this shit up. But once again, we don't think that shit. Like, it is. If you have the time when you go off of it, look it up. The first samurai was a black man. It was Chadwick Boseman. He was supposed to play the guy before he died. He was going to play the guy.
And let me guess, the samurais originated in Africa?
No, he was an African man that went over there to China, and he just became a samurai.
Really?
But that's the thing, though. Like, once again, all this sounds crazy because it's not are
what?
taught to
This
believe.
sounds crazy to me. I'll tell you why this sounds crazy to me. Because so far, no matter what goes down in the world, everything somehow or another has to be linked to it was black man first or black people first. And I just been getting that a lot lately. And honestly, it's like, okay, look, man, I'll give y'all got the greatest music. Y'all made the best music. Gotcha. Y'all got the best dance. That's a fact. All right. I mean, although unfortunately for y'all, the greatest singer of all time was not black.
Ooh. Whitney Houston?
Get out of your motherfucking mind.
Who, Selena?
No, I'm not. She's not even the same category.
Who are you talking about then?
Motherfucking Adele.
Who?
Adele.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Mike Jones?
Yeah.
You said Adele over Whitney Houston? Did you not look at Whitney Houston's performance at the Super Bowl? Yo,
all
this
day,
man,
every day to the day I die. I'm creeping through your set with Mini Mac 10-8R15. Y'all don't know about that shit. Never mind.
About Adele, the English bitch?
Yep.
Adele.
Greatest singer.
Whitney Houston.
Over Whitney.
Did you not see Whitney Houston's performance at the Super Bowl?
I'm not saying that wasn't the greatest fucking ever singing of the national anthem.
Yo, listen, somebody come get this man.
Let me ask you something.
He got COVID. He got a fever.
Let me ask you something. On your phone, on your playlist, do you have Whitney Houston national anthem? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No. You lost me at national anthem.
Okay, so once again, on your playlist, do you have Whitney Houston national anthem rendition? Do you have that on your
national anthem?
Exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was when I still believed in the shit, it was a bomb ass performance. And do I have any Adele on my playlist? Fuck no.
You're gonna tell me that you've never bumped any Adele song?
No, I was rolling in the deep. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, funny story. Since I'm out of the army now, I can tell this story. In our business, since I'm out of the army, I can tell this story. So we snuck off our bill. We went into our bill and we got some drinks one night.
Of course.
Because first cab didn't want to let us go, so we had to find our own way around. So we went off. It was me and 3 other people, which I'm definitely can't name. One was cool as a fan. Like, I was like, nah, man, we need to carry our weapons into this bitch. Fuck it. He's like, nah, fuck that shit. We good. I was like, well, fuck it, man. I'd rather have that thing on me. So we brought back a shit ton of fucking liquor. Like, I know for a fact we brought 3 cases of beer. We bought 10 bottles of Absolute vodka.
Woo!
And there was just like other fucking shit that we bought. But like, so we're drinking in my room. For whatever reason, the people that knew about it, we would always go to my room. We would drink. We'd play the first Black Ops, whatever, and just bullshit. The small group of us that knew, we would go to my little chew. We would drink, bullshit, play the game, talk. There was a little fucking Habib stand that they finally put on there, and we would go to that shit like we was in the club after we got done. But yeah, man, so like I would listen to Adele's Rolling in the Deep, being fucked up at night, riding around Erbil in the TMP.
Bro, you mentioned that shit. Did I ever tell you what my convoy song was in Mosul?
Nah.
My convoy song before I went on any mission. Let me start off with a quick let me preface it with, it used to be The Doors, and I listened to CCR. But every time I heard classic fucking rock of the Vietnam era, we got fucking hit. So I was like, okay, we got to change this shit up. So for shits and giggles, I grabbed my little iPod shuffle that I had. Oh no, it was an iPod, the iTouch that I had. And I put Katy Perry, Hot and Cold. I put that shit on, and I put the headphone onto the mic. You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no. Bro, before every fucking mission, we will bump the fuck out of that song on our way out into sector, bro. It was funny as shit. And you know what? It worked out a lot because it took a lot of the tension off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just took a lot of the
man, that shit was actually good shit looking back on it, because like I would never listen to Metallica. I would know Enter the Sandman if it wasn't for shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like,
you
I have that on my gym playlist right now, Into the Sandman. And like that shit like gets me hyped. So like our friend Machuca,
Yep.
he's gonna do some video editing for me even. So I'm gonna put him on blast right now. So I was like, hey Chooks, I gotta pay you. He was like, nah, you ain't gotta pay me. I was like, nah, fuck that. You're gonna take the time to do this shit for me. I gotta pay you. So Chooks, if you hear this shit, you have to let me pay you because I'm putting you on blast right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That you have to pay you to do this video editing for me with my, my little shit, right?
Dude.
So man, like, so I'm just like looking at my playlist, and there's like a few potential songs that I know that I want him to fucking edit some video to right now.
So, Taira no Kiyomori.
Mm-hmm.
That's your first samurai, bro. So, with that being said, he was the first foreign-born man to achieve the status of a samurai.
Yeah, black dude, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that was the first one that I read. The first name I read, that was fucking the first samurai. But that's up there with that fucking The Last Samurai movie with that white actor. All right. So
Tom Cruise, yes.
You know why I do this due diligence now? Because I got pissed off at one of my homegirls who had put up where the word hurricane came from. The word hurricane comes from the slaves. There was this one slave during the slave trade who was thrown off the boat, and her name was Huracan or some shit like that. And I'm like, that's as wrong as my usual fucking phrase that goes with it. And they were like, yeah, that's why that's why you see the hurricanes come from West Africa and they come to America because the spoils of Africa, because, to teach America a lesson. Like, no, bitch. Actually, huracan is a fucking Indian word, a native word that was, I'm sorry?
To the Palfi word.
Well, no, because Palfi is American.
Yeah, I know.
Here's my thing about that. Now that we're going into the Indians, look, Indians is the general term. All right. I'll call you by your tribe name. If that's what you prefer, I'll call you, Lakota Sioux. I will call you Cheyenne. I will call you Chippewa. Cherokee.
Black Hawk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry that, the idiot that supposedly found this place, who wasn't even fucking Columbus. His name was Colon. But America's got to Americanize shit. I'm sorry he called y'all Indians, man. And it's just that. What did y'all call yourselves before that?
Blackhawks. Blackfoots.
Exactly. So, anyways, moving on. The first samurai was not black, but the first foreign samurai was black. I'll give you that. See, always trying to take credit from shit, man. God damn. Look, Black History Month is done. All right. With that, did you watch the last? You'll see, me and Dowden had a discussion about February, why February was fucking Black History Month. And he's like, what is the reasoning behind it? And so I happened to be real about it and said, well, it's the coldest fucking month and the shortest. You think they're gonna give black folk fucking nice hot summer fucking month?
Oh, you know what? There's actually a reasoning behind it. It was done out of spite. The black man that actually had like Black History Week did it out of spite.
Word?
I gotta so let me do some research about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was spite to like white people. So I gotta do the research about it again.
Yeah. And
go back and relearn this shit so people don't think I'm just some ignorant drunk ass darky right now.
He said it, not me.
No, I'm fucking wasted. That's what I'm bringing.
I tell you what, bro. I mean, these are some of the best fucking Gunline episodes we have, is when we just shoot off the fucking hip like this. And let me tell y'all something. I appreciate y'all being here on the Gunline with us. It's been a great time. I think it's been probably a little bit over an hour since we've been here shooting shit. This has been your Humpday Hipshoot for the On the Gunline podcast. Stay tuned this weekend, where it's going to be a late drop on Saturday. I have Smoke from Smoke Survival Guide coming on, and he happens to be one of L Hunt's fucking homeboys. So make sure y'all pay attention and look out for that drop. It should be a good one. Yeah, dude. It's been great. I think we hit a lot of the topics that I wanted to hit on.
I don't know if he told you last time he was on, but like he can tell you like the first time I showed up to the unit where I was like, just like, so real quick, he'll probably tell you more about it. Like I showed up to the unit drunk.
Nice.
Because yeah, like I was in replacement at the time and they had called me and I'm like, I've already been drinking. I'm already home. They're like, well, we need you to come here right now. They're like, we'll send somebody to come get you. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm driving myself. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to be a gunnery sergeant. I don't give a fuck.
Ain't nothing like fucking requesting what you want when you drunk.
It was like, yo, this motherfucker's, who the fuck is this dude?
Well, with that being said, y'all make sure y'all catch it this weekend. It'll be the Shoot Shit episode with Lee Hunt and Smoke from Smoke Survival Guide. I think he's doing his own in-person appearance as himself this time, anonymously. So, and we'll discover how things are going out in Fort Carson for him.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Hey, make sure y'all go ahead and check out Lee Hunt's fucking TikToks. They're fucking hilarious. You know, it also at the same time though, he might say some shit in jest, but a lot of shit is real. You know, it hits different. So agree, disagree, but it's definitely something to think about. You know what I'm saying? All right, Hunt. I appreciate you being here, brother.
No problem, brother. Time, man.
You want to say to Dowden since he wasn't able to make it this time?
Dowden,
you know what? Pause that. Last time we did this, no. Remember last time we did this when we were talking shit about a certain somebody because they didn't make it to the podcast on time, and then later on after the podcast we found out what had happened, and it's an episode that we haven't aired.
Yeah. Nah.
So
I start. Nah, fuck that. You know, fuck that.
So, there'll be some more. We'll add to that story another time. Oh, and I still want to talk about fucking black people's names and why they can't pronounce Spanish names correctly, because that one gets on my fucking nerves. It's Quintero or Rivera or not Riviera. It's not
Rivera.
How are you gonna be a black woman married to a fucking Hispanic man and you still pronounce the last name Quintanilla or Quintanilla when you know damn right it's Quintanilla?
I don't know, man. Like, shit happens.
Y'all go ahead and make sure if y'all want to hear some other shit, I keep telling y'all, man, hit me up on the gunline at gmail.com. Hit me up on the Facebook. Leave it in the comments. What the fuck y'all want to talk about? Send me some questions. Send me some comments. Send me some stories that you want to tell. Then I'll tell them out here. I'm not the greatest fucking reader, as we all know. But
anonymous stories, that'd be great. That would be great if people would send their anonymous stories in so they could talk about their kind of like crazy times. Because you know how like I kind of talk about like, oh, I can't get hemmed up for this no more. I'm not in the Army. So if y'all would do that shit, would leave Danny a comment, a story or something that he can read. A lot of y'all will, I called you Danny, motherfucker. We ain't in the Army no more. That would be fucking dope. I think that anonymous stories would fucking be dope.
I've been wanting to do that since day one. I've been asking people, send me fucking stories. You know, you ain't got to tell, you can make all the names up. You know what I'm saying? It could be like Fargo. You know what I'm saying? All the events are real, just the names and times have been changed. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do that. Send them out here. And, you know, I think it'd be a great fucking way. Everybody has a story. Everybody should have their story told. And there's nowhere better to say it than on the gun line. So with that said, I'll catch y'all on Saturday. Love, peace, and hair grease. Rounds complete. End of mission. And Gunline out. Bye.
Shout out.